Hola amigos and welcome back to another episode of La Vida Verde podcast. I'm your host Matthew Human here at Finca Vida Verde. Today is a super interesting episode. My guests are Luis León and Nati Ulloa, and they are the founders of Shanti and Coexistencia. We're going to learn some really interesting things about both of them. And stay tuned afterwards if you want to follow up on Patreon. We continue the conversation where we're talking about what's going on. Just follow this story. It's going to be an amazing episode. We hope you enjoy. Nati, Luis,
Hello.
welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
Thanks for making the time to come here. I know you guys are very busy. Today's Friday, so it's your day for making the plate of the day you do?
Yes.
Today?
Today
It's a special one today.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like a rice. It's like oven
Oven baked
baked
rice?
rice. Yeah, with
Ooh.
mushrooms and spinach and corn.
Ooh.
Yeah, with some veggies on the side.
Nice. Okay. And so for those of you who are just kind of new to this area or don't know, you guys are the founders of Shanti and Coexistencia,
Yeah.
Yes.
which means Shanti and coexistence, which I love, peace and coexistence. And why the name? Where did the name come from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we thought about how to call it, like back in 2018, it actually started in a different way. It started like a bakery. But once I remember myself, I was preparing some bakery and I was like going through a diet, like a very strict diet. And I tasted something and I spit it immediately. And I thought like, why in the world would do this? Like why I would try something that I would not swallow. And it was because I was just in a diet, right? Like, I was not eating sugars, not refined flours and all these kind of things. And then I said myself like, this could not be okay. Like if I'm trying or testing something, I should swallow it as well, right?
Yeah.
So, then I decided, okay, what to do? If I would like to continue to do bakery, then I should adapt it in a way that I could actually take something from it, like I could nourish from it. So I started speaking to Kike about this. Okay, with the bakery that I'm doing, how can I transform it? How can we do it? So then just one day in one meditation, I was like, okay, the name is Shanti. And then why Shanti? Right? Because we just want to promote Shanti, but not only in our bodies and minds, but with whatever there is, right? So if we are nourishing, of course, our bodies, then we are nourishing the body of the universe itself.
So what does Shanti mean? Why don't you just start with that?
Okay. Shanti, it's widely used in India. Let's say the short meaning would be like peace, but it means more things than that. It's like you usually at the end of every prayer or mantra, you say Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So you ask for 3 Shantis. It's like harmony, like between your surroundings, the people around you, and yourself. So usually you say Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we said like this, the food that we are making, it should be Shanti. It should be in harmony with the environment, with the people around us, and with yourself. So
Triple bottom line.
exactly.
I like it. Okay, and you called him Kike, which is how I know him, Kike. I always call him Kike, but like your name is Luis. So
Yes,
what is? Speaking of names,
Yeah.
what is? Tell us the story behind this.
Okay. So I think every place, but here in Latin America, we have a lot of nicknames, and they call you for many nicknames. And when I was a child, my second name, it's Manrique. So for kids, it's difficult to say Manrique. So they usually call me Kike. Like
Okay.
Enrique, also nickname is Kike. So my family and very people close to me, they call me Kike, Kike, Kike all the time. But my name is Luis Manrique. So when I introduce myself, my name is
This
Luis.
has been so much confusion because I'm like,
Exactly.
yeah, go talk to Kiki, and they're like, who, Luis? I'm like, no, I did. So now it's all figured out now.
Yeah.
And so okay, let's go back a little bit. You guys are from Costa Rica, both of you, right?
Yeah.
Where did you grow up? Did you know each other since you were young?
No.
Yeah. We
Sorry about
grew
the
up.
Congo bees.
It's like this in the jungle.
Yeah, we grew up in San Jose, both of us. Like, we did the same after the bachelor. We studied electrical engineering.
Both of you?
Yeah, but
You're an electrical engineer too?
Yeah.
What?
In the same university, but we didn't meet at the university.
We were classmates in some of the courses, but not speaking
Never-
directly and never
Oh
like
my
relating to each other.
gosh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I
So
love this story.
afterwards, we went to work at Intel. You know.
Both of you?
Yeah.
Both of us.
Both of us, like RCG, like recent graduate, and then we
Wait,
met.
what was RCG?
Recent college graduate.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were working there, and then we met at this place. Then we were working for some time, and then both of us says like, we need to get out of here. It's like we are just going
Like in the rat race.
exactly, just earning, spending money, but
Yeah.
doing some job. So I didn't know what to do, like to get out of that. But there was an opportunity to do a master degree in Italy.
Oh.
Yeah, so I told Nati, I would like to go to Italy with you. And she said, yeah. So let's go to do a master degree at Italy. So
Wow, you
we
both
both
went to
applied.
study in Italy.
Yeah, we both apply and we both were accepted.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So-
We were living for some time there in Pisa,
Pisa.
where the Leaning Tower is.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Where is that in the country?
It's like in the center north.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
something.
It's in the Tuscany.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, we both were accepted in the University of Pisa,
Mhm.
and he was studying a master's degree in bionics engineer. And,
Bionics.
yeah,
Yes.
and I was studying aerospace engineering.
Okay.
Worth that, yeah.
What's really going on at Shanti? It's a government cover-up. This is like a secret ops thing going on here, I think. There's something going on with those sticky buns. I knew there was something about those sticky buns. Okay, so you're studying okay.
Yeah, this engineering at Italy.
Mhm.
And then after, it was like a 2 years degree after the first one. And the first winter for us out of the tropics,
Costa Rica, it was like
Cold.
it was very
hard.
cold. Yeah, we were not ready for that. Like we didn't have like good sweaters, like coats, and we were like just freezing. And it was like a kind of you get it also into like a little bit of depression. Like everything is so cold,
Yeah.
so dark. So
I mean, you come from here where the sun is there like
Yeah.
out for so long, and you go there and then sun restricts to a certain hours.
exactly, and you don't want to go out like to get anything. But here you are usually like barefoot and shorts, and like walking around, and that you will be like with two pants, and like oh my god,
It was your first winter.
exactly
Oh.
out of the
Okay.
yeah
Like
out of the
living
tropics.
in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we were out there, but not like for a period of time, short one.
Visiting.
Exactly.
Visiting,
Exactly.
but not living there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a whole
So-
nother thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that we went into we felt like okay, everybody was rushing in the master degree to finish it to go to work, and we were like, oh no, wait, we came here, but we want to go again into work, like in a company or something, like like. So it was like the first winter was like okay, let's think what are we going to do, because it's over in two more semesters and it's going to be again working. So Nati was like also like in a crisis, like she didn't want
You
to
didn't wanna
talk
go
too
back.
much. Yeah.
Where were you
And-
gonna go back to Intel?
No.
Well, no.
Yeah.
We knew that we were not going definitely back there, but
But everything was like moving towards working with
but we
some
didn't know
company
what
or
to do.
something.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the system pushes you to
Yeah,
do, right?
exactly.
Like you finish and then you go back to work and like.
And I assume you guys were together at this point.
Yeah.
Like when did you? At what point? Like when you guys were at Intel, you started dating? Or?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, in Intel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Intel. Yeah.
And are you married?
No, we are not.
No, but you're together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, after this crisis, let's say, then one day Nati just told me, I want to go to India.
Yeah. Of
Yeah.
course you want to go to India. Why not?
Yeah.
Of course, but the story behind was like after the first year of the masters, then I realized it was like, okay, just studying and trying to memorize, because the system in Italy is like completely different from what we were taught here, like how to solve problems maybe, or how to approach, I don't know, a test, something simple. So you had to memorize a lot of things, and you had to be like even equations and stuff like this, and I was like, this is useless. Like we have programs now, we have things which are like already adapted like technology wise to do whatever is supposed. We are not supposed to be memorizing this. We're supposed to be being creative and other stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then yeah, one day I came back from a test and I realized like I just started crying, and I told him like, this is not what I want. This is not what I just got. Like, I'm tired of this. So I don't know what to do. But in the meantime, I'll be in the bed. Don't come to the room, and don't count on me and like anything. If you want to go to the supermarket, to the restaurant, whatever. Think I have died. Till the time I solve what I want to do. And then one day it was like just, I opened the door and I told him, okay, I know what to do.
India.
I'm going to India.
It's a good choice. Wait, so so were the classes in English or what language?
Yeah, in English.
In Italy, they were
Yes,
in English.
Italy.
And did you already speak English well from here? You studied English here too, or?
Well, actually, I have never studied English, but
I mean, the
Nati
classes were in English here? No, they're in Spanish,
My
right?
classes were in English.
Yeah, Nati was in like a private high school,
Okay,
so it was like a bilingual.
I see.
But I was in a public high school, so there was no English.
You
Yeah,
just had to
basic
kind of
English.
adapt.
Basic, yeah.
Exactly. So I have learned at Intel. Yeah, everything was in English, like the meetings and all this. So I had just to do.
All right, thrown into the fire.
Exactly.
Okay, so India.
Yeah.
This is a big part of the story.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I told Kiki like, okay, I'm going to India for 15 years. 15 years.
15 years. See you. Bye.
For always bye. For 15 days, and then I'll come back for your birthday. So
Which is
on March on 5th. Yeah.
March 5th. You're Pisces.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Prices. So she went like 15 days before. She said, "I will go to India and will be back for your birthday."
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went there, and then since the very first time I arrived to the ashram, I stepped into the first, into the first step, and I was like, okay, this is. So I went straight to an ashram, to Shivananda ashram.
I think something important before, as like Nati was not practicing at all. Well, we both not know anything about yoga
and meditation.
you know, like nothing spirituality, nothing.
Were you raised Catholic?
Yes.
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 Yeah. Catholic.
And you, but not practicing.
Exactly. And kind of like,
Actually, with a kind of aversion to the thing, because we didn't understand. I mean, like, we had conversations before, like, seriously, what is religion talking about to us? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know what the heaven and hell is. It's the same thing, and we're living in it. I don't know what it is all about. But so yeah, with some sort of aversion to it, but yeah, and then we came
very logical, you know, like engineering, so everything
Right.
like, okay, no, if you don't prove God, doesn't exist.
Got it.
So yeah, so I stepped into the ashram, to the Shivananda ashram located in South India, and I was just like, from the very first time, from the very first sight, whatever, I was like, this is it. And I just came inside, and it was like a complete transformation for me. And yeah.
She came with a, how do you call it, pandereta?
A tambourine?
No, like the one who has a lot of small...
Tambourine?
No, not like this, the one that you play like this.
Yeah.
It's called...
It's like a tambourine with a drum.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but she came back from India with this, like...
Hare
Krishna.
Like a Hare Krishna.
Really?
So you went by yourself,
I went by myself.
and you went back to Italy.
I went back to Italy.
I remain at Italy.
Changed.
Exactly.
Changed. Completely changed.
Was she a completely different person?
Completely different, yeah. With the
She had the
line.
dot.
No, yeah.
She was already...
He was just about. It was it was about to be his birthday. I came back with a mat, right? He didn't know also about yoga and all these things.
Yoga mat.
Yoga mat, yeah.
Okay.
And I came back with the backpack and a mat, and I told him like, okay, I have something to tell you. If you're ready, then listen to it. Otherwise, it's okay. I just gave him the mat, and then for 1 month, something like that, we started to make a lot of like changes. So the fridge was emptied, and we started a new completely another kind of diet. And then we started like seeing each other in the very morning to teach him whatever I have learned in these 15 days in the ashram, because I have written down everything.
You were ready. You were like open.
Yeah, I was like she just brought the mat and some books like yoga and Ayurveda or things, just to start reading and say, I'm interested.
It was because you wanted to, not because you wanted the woman. It was because you were like, I'm ready for this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually it was like she just introduced me, and then we both were like reading everything and learning about.
Amazing.
And she did some Ayurvedic treatment. Like some massage and some diet changes.
In 15 days you did, of course, because you're like a biospace engineer. like you. What was the word? What's the word?
Like
Aerospace
engineer, right? Like biospace is better.
Yeah.
Right. So wow, okay, this is like crazy story. So like you go back, you're now like full on guru to Kiki.
Exactly. Yeah. And then she told me like there is a teacher yoga training course on like 3 months, and I want to be there. You gonna come? And I was like, but I'm in the middle. Just like the
What
career.
were you doing?
I was
Studying.
studying.
Oh,
yeah.
you're still.
But she
He kept
decided like I just want to drop it and continue with the yoga studies. And I was like in the middle because I remain in Italy, so I was also like 1 semester away. So she told me, no, but it's in 3 months, you have to go now. I say like, oh god,
What a choice.
And then I talked to a teacher, like I told a teacher, because I was doing a project with her, and I told her like, look, there is an opportunity to go to India, but I should stop studying. And she said, it's okay, I know what you're talking about. And she said, and I was like, what? And she said, brain heart connection. I can help you. I can make a 1 year break for you in the university, like personal situation, so you can go and then come back.
Wow.
I say, okay. Then I went and told Nati, okay, I'm coming.
Because teachers in bionics, they were concerned about students, and they wanted students to finish the career. But in aerospace, nobody was caring, so I did not talk to anybody. I just stopped for a while. Nobody noticed. Like it was like XYZ. So
Did you finish?
And we both were about to finish, but then here it comes the story.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, we went to, I stopped there. But yeah, it was different careers. Like aerospace engineering, it's super competitive. Like people want to get to NASA, you know? So they're like, and the teachers also are very like, but bionics, it was more a...
What is bionics?
It is called like a engineering inspired in biology. So they're trying to inspire from the human body, from the nature, from everything, and try to do like engineering with all these things. So these teachers were more like a little bit more like kind and approach to people, you know. But so we went to India. So, and we got a 1 year visa. So from the first attempt, they gave us a 1 year visa. So I told Nati, okay, if we are going, we're going to make it the whole package. Okay, just let's do the teacher training course, but let's do also the Ayurveda course, and let's try to learn as much as we can in India. So we went, and we went to the ashram. We did the teacher training course, which was like as we say, like turn you from the inside to the outside completely, because it changed.
Actually, it's called TTC, teacher training course, but they call it total transformation course in the ashram itself, of course.
Turns you inside out.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it changed a lot in us. I was even having, won't imagine this. I had dreadlocks before. Long dreadlocks.
But
Like this.
him.
I was the Rasta friend, like, oh, with the dreadlocks. So
Wait,
when
before when you.
Intel, when we met in Intel.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
so even when I was studying in Italy, I still had the dreadlocks. But then we went to India and then shaved.
We both shaved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went and we became like monks, like living.
And Shivananda is it's a Shiva, like Shaivites basically.
Yeah, Shiva. Yeah, he's like a Shiva.
He's a devotee of Shiva, but not only Shiva. Like whenever a guru or a teacher in India is baptized, so to say, is introduced into sannyasa, which is renunciation, they just receive the name that the teacher gives, right? So it could be something related to Shiva because of the traits of the person. Could be something related to Vishnu or something related to Krishna or like this.
I see.
So yeah, so we get into the ashram. We did the TTC. Then we did like karma yoga service, living in the ashram, teaching, and then we moved to Ayurveda. So we went to a hospital and also school. So we went there for like a therapist course of like 6 months or something. So we were living in the hospital, studying, learning, doing massage, and doing all this. And it was like then we have to renew the visa because it was like 1 year went away. So we renewed the visa and we got another year. So we were in total like 2 years or 2 years and a half in India, something like this. And then it like engineering was kept aside, and then yoga, Ayurveda became our main, let's say,
That's so crazy.
Yes.
Because at
So
some point in time, we were speaking and we were like, what's more important? Like, we don't know anything about ourselves, like how to take care of ourselves in any single way. Like, you just are living like this and living your health in the hands of somebody else and
Doctors.
and science.
Exactly. So yeah, and you can be relaxed about we are not doing bionics and aerospace in the restaurant.
Okay,
Just
good.
keep it aside.
This is a crazy story. It's lovely. And so you're there for 2 years, you're studying, you're just learning everything. I mean, do you consider yourselves like did you take on a Hindu faith? Do you consider yourselves like studying Hinduism?
Well, there is like a thing called Vedanta, which is like the foundation of the Hinduism, but it's like more, it's not a religion, but it's a kind of a philosophy, let's say. So Vedanta, we study Vedanta. So like as a result of this, you follow some Hinduism like traditions, but it's not like we consider ourselves
Hindu.
like exactly.
And we cannot consider ourselves, because you have to be born in a Hindu family to call yourself as a Hindu.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We practice some of the things, of course, but because we were taught Vedanta is the final portion of the scriptures. So the scriptures of Hinduism have Vedanta inside, like encapsulated, so to say.
Right, and you have a teacher. You have a
Exactly.
teacher, so you're learning directly from the teacher,
Exactly.
not from the religion itself.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So then what happened later? I think COVID came later.
Okay, yeah, this
Then
happened.
we had to come back.
This is when I met you. I was with Lisa Patton, who's your cousin.
Yeah.
Lisa was our local egg lady
Yeah.
for a long and also a friend of mine. She had a cafe for a while, and she's just all around community. She also was a teacher at Sula when I first met her. I mean, she's done everything around here. And I remember I was at Steven's house down in Ecovia, and she's like, "Oh, my cousin's here. He just got back from India, and he's got some things he's selling." And I went down to the car, and you had some chocolate bread.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right,
Yeah.
I'll support this young guy. He's coming back from India, whatever, I'll buy it. And I was, that stuff was good, bro.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we came because of the COVID, because it was India was getting crazy.
No, actually, we went back from India to Italy because we have to again renew the visa.
Oh.
But then COVID came, and Italy was the worst place to be at the beginning of the COVID.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it
got
went
locked down.
crazy.
Yeah.
We-
for 6 months or
6 months.
Right. Italy was pretty bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So you guys got back to Costa Rica.
Exactly.
After 6 months, then
Yeah.
they sent us, as in the quality of students, they sent us back to Costa Rica.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we were staying in a place close here, which is called Miramar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is close to the coast.
Yeah, it's where
Yeah.
Lisa's family place is.
Exactly,
Is
exactly.
that your family place too then?
Also, yeah.
Oh.
We were living there in a
A farm.
yeah, in a farm, a family farm.
It was a farm like this.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah, and then from there we had to figure out now what to do, because we were also already we were planning to stay in India, or those following those things we were doing, but then we had to come here, and then we were thinking now
Integrate it.
exactly.
Yeah. Who are we now?
Exactly.
Actually, we were planning to go back to India to continue Vedanta studies.
Yeah. Once everything will go away, like COVID and all this will be done, so we were planning to go back, but it never happens. Like it was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So we said, no, let's not wait more for it to go back. Let's stay here. And we start doing consultation, Ayurvedic consultation, and meditation online, yoga classes.
Together, you guys were doing this all together, like.
Yeah, like we were picking, like I was picking like the Ayurveda therapy, then Kike was picking like the meditation, then we both yoga, we're teaching and all this.
Yeah.
So cool. Your lives it's cool the way they just kind of like seem to work kind of together. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. But then we were doing all this consultation, but in India they practice like men should help men and women should help women.
Okay.
Because it's more like intimacy. When you are in a consultation, you are like like having even massage and all therapies.
Sure.
So in India it's like men to men, women to women. Then when we came here, out of 10, 9 were women. So I was more like
right, the men weren't so open.
they don't need that
Not
much
really.
help. Like
No, of course not.
so I was a little bit more spare. So I was doing like meditation classes and yoga classes and all these kind of things. And then we start doing food for ourselves and to share with people, like sourdough bread and these kind of things like you see in the.
You learned sourdough in India? That was part of the culture there?
Yeah, let's say.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't associate India with bread, I guess, but chapati.
Yeah, it's a kind of sourdough. Like it's not the same sourdough tradition that they follow in France or stuff like this.
Right.
But they do use sourdough for chapatis, for example,
Yes.
without calling it sourdough itself.
Yeah. So yeah, when we came back here, I was more into the kitchen, doing things, preparing for ourselves, also taking care of the farm and doing several things. But then the food thing starts growing. Like more people were like looking for the bread and the jams and the granolas and everything. So it was getting more and more effort towards this. And then Nati also was doing. And we start coming to the markets, and
Actually, Lisa asked us, why don't you come to the San Mateo market to sell all this? It will go like this. And we were like, yeah, we can try.
many
And
people,
did it?
yeah, it starts moving.
Which market? The old
The traditional one, like the
Yeah.
farmer's market.
Thursday market.
Yeah.
Thursday
Yeah,
market.
yeah.
Yeah, we came that. And she also told us, like, I'm coming to deliver the eggs and all this. We can take the bread with us, like, and
Use your marketing.
Exactly.
She did a good
Beginning,
job. I know
yeah,
she did.
she did.
yeah, she did. So yeah, that's how we got into like this kind of community.
Cool.
Because in other markets, people all like because will be like, oh, what sourdough? I don't like
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
wheat. No, I prefer like the bakery,
Regular
bakery. Yeah. So we were trying to explain about why we're doing it, but they are like, okay, no, and so yeah, it starts moving the food, and then we met Marcelo, yeah, at the market.
Mhm.
And one day he just told us like, why don't you open a restaurant here in Ecovilla?
But he had like 2 years
Marcelo
asking
is
us.
ever the
Yeah.
the
And we were like,
businessman.
we never thought about it. Like we never really thought about having a restaurant, running a restaurant, like. And
I mean, at this point, we already had like a online store and we were delivering. And
there's a market.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Saturdays we go to a organic market in Alajuela near the airport.
Oh,
And
there's an organic market?
Yeah.
Oh, in Alajuela.
in Alajuela.
Oh,
It's
I'd like to
called
know about
La Verbena.
Oh.
Yeah. So we were doing also this market, and we were preparing sandwiches and like all this kind of food. So we were already like into food, like, and then when he proposes this, we thought like, okay, it might be next step to just settle in a place and have the food and be able to share it with more people. And yeah, we did it. Like,
Yeah, and we started sharing, like, we said at the beginning, okay, which kind of food? We are vegetarians, like lacto-vegetarians as in India. But we decided to make it vegan to make it as inclusive as possible, so everyone can have it, right?
Nice.
And yeah, we decided to start sharing this, and we noticed, of course, like a lot of intolerances nowadays about lactose and dairy and, like wheat and all these things related, but because of the misuse that we have done to those foods, right? And then, yeah, we just started sharing whatever we were doing for ourselves with everyone.
It's amazing. It's truly, I mean, it's amazing. A story just like it evolved so naturally.
Exactly.
Like that's just, and no one, I'm so glad we did this finally, because no one was going to believe this story. Like,
and you know what? I was thinking one of these days, nobody thinks that we are so new at this. Like when people come to Shanti in San Mateo, I don't know what they think, but I was telling Kiki once, nobody thinks that we are so new at this, and we are like, baby stepping into this also. We are trying to make our best out of this.
Like a year, you guys are about a year and a half in, 2 years in, right? With the restaurant.
With the restaurant, we have opened 6 months ago.
Oh, right. Not even a year.
No.
Yeah. So, and for those of you who are watching who don't live here in the Valley, you guys have a restaurant and a store in Ecovia San Mateo, which is kind of a new developing eco village. It's Marcelo's new project, and it's kind of new. There's really no one living there.
Yeah, no one living.
So you guys are open just a little bit right now,
exactly.
certain days of the week.
Yeah.
And you're getting a lot of customers. I mean, is it
getting
supporting?
Yeah, exactly. But we are allowing it to flow naturally, because also, as Nati says, we are new. So we don't want to rush into like getting too much people and just figuring out how to handle it. So we are allowing it to grow naturally, and
along with the community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Along with the community.
As we have grown like since the beginning, along with the community.
and it's a project which has many let's say, it has the bakery, it has the restaurant, it has a store. All is connected, like because of the Ayurvedic, let's say, way of living. So we are sharing through all these means, let's say.
And yeah, actually what I meant to say before with the vegan food, not only vegan, but of course under the fundamentals of Ayurveda principles. Exactly. So no food combinations which are toxic for the body are there present in certain preparation. So digestion occurs in a very natural and comfortable way. Yeah. The most nourishing that the body can take out of, of the food that they are having. So the food is engineered to be
bioengineered. I knew it. Aerospace engineered. It's literally engineered by 2 engineers. It's so cool, you guys. And you guys did so you do catering too, or no? You also do catering.
Yeah.
Because you're up in San Jose for certain days of the week.
Exactly. So yeah, we are commuting, but the one that is commuting the most is myself, because I'm going there. I'm going there for therapy, to give therapy. I'm going there for other like situations that happen also there, like deliveries and other stuff, other clients. And taking care of city business, like you don't find here in San Mateo some stores and suppliers that,
Yeah, you gotta get around. You gotta get up to San Jose. Yeah, I was up in in Alajuela one time at this little health food store, right next to Pequeño Mundo.
Villa Natura, I think.
Villa Natura. And I had one of your sticky buns. I was like, yeah, right on. That place is great. My mechanic was right across the street, and I was like, I was like, you guys go, is there a coffee shop? I figured like a little soda or something. And I like walked 2 doors down, and there's like this amazing little organic cafe, Vida Natura, and they had like your stuff and good coffee, latte. I was like, yes. Thank God. Oh, wow. Well, you guys, I'm trying to think if there's any more questions. I mean, what's the future? What's the future for Shanti?
We didn't have really like a future. We're just flowing with how it
Actually, we have something in mind, like with Shanti here.
You're like, no, nothing.
And we have spoken about it. You know already. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know, because
Timido.
Timido, exactly. No, the future is like in the next, I don't know, maybe 1 year and a half, something like that. we would like to start a Shanti in San Jose.
Okay.
Near Los Joses or Barrio Escalante or something like this. There's a lot of people who comes from to the San Mateo. They ask us like, why are you not in the city? This is like, we have received a lot of, by God's grace, compliments about like, this is the best. I've been in several restaurants and I've been here, there, blah, 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 blah. And you should be there. You should be. So I think there's a necessity, and yeah.
What about, this is some suggestion. There's the food stalls in Plaza Tempo. You know Plaza Tempo? Yeah, you don't want to do that. You want a full restaurant. You guys go big. You're like, go big or go home, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you know what happens? What did she say? I'm not planning that future because I already take a shower here in the Machuca River. They say once you take it, then
you don't want to leave.
Exactly. So
And she's like more
in the one in San Jose. I'll be staying here. Yeah, I will take care of you in San Jose.
You guys, and you go so separate though.
No, but it's close. Like 1 hour ago. Like
Far.
Eastern, yeah.
So you guys would each be managing a different restaurant potentially.
Well, could be.
Yeah. But yeah, for now, we are just also like learning all this process, like how it's like to run a restaurant, bakery, like store and everything. So just going with it.
It's truly amazing, you guys. And where can people find you? I guess if you're in Costa Rica, they can order how?
They can order online. We have an online store, and you can just like go to the, it's a big catalog because we have a long list of products.
And how do you deliver? Like you deliver?
We deliver, yeah, exactly. We take orders on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then we deliver to in San Mateo, Rotina, and like around here, Atenas on Thursdays, and then on Fridays it's like deliveries to the city, in the city. Yeah.
San Jose.
I can't believe that's so much. You guys are doing so much.
Yeah. We know.
Are you like overwhelmed?
No, we are just tired.
It's a good thing you have your Ayurvedic energy.
Without that, I think we would not be standing like today.
It's a phone 24/7. Yeah.
And your mom works at the.
Oh yeah,
helps.
She's already. She's also how do you say that in English? Socio, like an associate.
A partner.
A partner, yeah. She's a partner from the, Central Foundation. Of course, she's a fundamental pillar for Shanti.
She was an investor, like helped get it going, kind of.
Everything she has given.
Actually, it's very nice the way she get involved into it, because when we came back, when we were in India, she was having a kind of how to call autoimmune disease.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, autoimmune disorder.
Exactly. So we helped her with Ayurveda, and she got like recoveries super quickly. Like 3 months, she was already like, "Wow, I'm amazing. This works." And she was like, "Oh, we have to share it with these people." And we were like, "Yeah, that's."
And she's completely convinced about this, and she talks every time that she speaks a word about Ayurveda. She's like completely,
she's sold
about her. Yeah.
So she just got into the project because it changed her life, and also she wants to share it with more people. And she got into learning about all these principles, Ayurveda and everything, and now she's like, very like
and she has given everything, as we have given everything for Shanti, like as a kid. She has given everything as a kid for her also.
It's truly amazing, you guys. I'm so grateful you made it here. Thank you for sharing your story. If you guys want to check out Shanti, you can go to Ecovia San Mateo. What are your hours?
It's Thursday and Friday from 11 to 5, and Sundays on the Sunday market. Like 10 to 3 p.m. So.
And if they want to order, what's the website?
So the website is a little bit longer.
That's the name.
That's the name. But Shanti and Coexistencia .hola click.
Hola click?
Yeah, because we use a platform.
HOLA?
No, without the H.
Yeah.
Hola. OLA.
LA.
Yeah.
Click. Yeah.
We'll put it on the screen for you guys.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys.
Thanks to you.
Luis, Nati, Kiki. This is La Vida Verde podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Human. We release episodes every Tuesday at noon. You can find us on YouTube, where you can watch these two beautiful human beings talking to myself. And We're on Instagram at Finca Vida Verde CR. We are on Facebook at Finca Vida Verde. We are on what else? Patreon. La Vida Verde podcast. And and we'll follow our Patreon. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Pura vida.
Pura vida.